For decades, making $100,000 a year has been celebrated as the ultimate milestone of financial security in America. You go to college, climb the corporate ladder, hit six figures, and assume you have finally won the game. But the cold mathematics of 2026 reveal a brutal truth: $100,000 is the new $40,000. 10 to 15 years ago, a six-figure income meant a spacious home in the suburbs, 2 reliable cars, annual family vacations, and robust retirement contributions. Today, after cumulative inflation, surging housing costs, and higher living expenses, that same salary forces millions into a quiet financial chokehold. The most dangerous aspect of this reality is the psychological paradox. You feel like you should be wealthy because your gross salary is high, yet you look at your bank account at the end of every month and wonder where all the money went. You are living in the illusion of prosperity while standing on financial quicksand. Let us break down the exact mathematics of a typical $100,000 salary. On paper, that is $8,333 per month. But the government takes its cut first. Federal income tax, state tax, Social Security, and Medicare strip away roughly 30%, leaving you with $5,850 in net take-home pay. Next comes the largest single expense: shelter. Whether you rent a modest two-bedroom apartment or pay a mortgage on an average home with today's interest rates, the median monthly housing payment in most major metropolitan areas sits around $2,400. Instantly, over 40% of your net income is gone. Now add transportation. The average monthly payment for a new car in the United States has soared past $700. When you factor in auto insurance, fuel, registration, and routine maintenance, commuting to your six-figure job drains another $950 every single month. Then comes daily survival. Groceries for a household now easily cost $800 a month. Health insurance premiums, co-pays, high deductibles, electricity, water, internet, and a mobile phone bill swallow another $600. That is $1,400 in essential baseline living costs. Let us look at the final ledger. From $5,850, subtract $2,400 for housing, $950 for transportation, $1,400 for essentials, and perhaps $500 in student loans or credit card minimums. You are left with less than $600. One unexpected medical bill, dental procedure, or transmission failure, and you are immediately negative. This brings us to the first invisible trap: lifestyle creep. As professionals increase their income from $60,000 to $100,000, their standard of living subconsciously expands to match it. Nicer apartments, dining out more frequently, premium subscriptions, and upgraded wardrobes ensure that the gap between income and expenses remains stubbornly close to zero. The second trap is confusing luxury liabilities with real wealth. The middle class routinely buys expensive cars, designer goods, and finance vacations to signal success to their peers. But a luxury car loses 20% of its value the second you drive it off the lot, and depreciating status symbols do not pay you dividends. The third trap is the linear time-for-money exchange. When your sole income source is a salaried paycheck, you have an inescapable ceiling on your earnings. There are only 24 hours in a day, and if you stop showing up to your office or turning on your laptop, your cash flow stops instantly. The modern macroeconomic system was not designed to make average employees independently wealthy. It was engineered to pay you just enough to remain a productive, high-tax-paying consumer who is obligated to return to work every single Monday for the next 40 years. So how do you actually escape this cycle? The first step is to aggressively expand the gap between what you earn and what you consume. This means freezing your lifestyle at the $50,000 level even as your salary climbs, creating a deliberate surplus of at least 30 to 40% of your net income. The second step is converting that surplus directly into income-producing assets. Instead of letting cash sit in a low-interest bank account where inflation eats away its value, deploy capital into broad market index funds, cash-flowing real estate, and scalable digital businesses that generate revenue independent of your personal time. This activates the compounding machine. When your assets earn money and that return is reinvested into acquiring more assets, your money begins working harder than you ever could. Over time, the passive cash flow generated by your portfolio overtakes your monthly living expenses. Consider the mathematical proof. An individual earning $200,000 who spends every dollar remains broke and dependent. But an individual earning $80,000 who invests $1,000 a month at a 10% return builds over $800,000 in 20 years and reaches complete financial autonomy. Never forget the fundamental law of wealth: a salary buys survival, but only owning assets buys your freedom. The goal is not to climb the corporate ladder higher, the goal is to step off the ladder entirely and own the structure. Stop playing the rigged salary game. If you want to master the mathematical and psychological laws of real wealth and build genuine financial independence, hit the subscribe button and join the Caius Invests community. Let us build freedom together.